Once again, welcome to Ringside Chat. This week, we have a special episode. Since WrestleMania is coming up in a couple of weeks, we figured, why not do a show about WrestleMania? The greatest show on earth. Forget the Super Bowl, forget the World Series, the Stanley Cup, the NBA Finals, they're all chumps. WrestleMania, celebrating 23 years of sports entertainment. And this year, once again, residing in Detroit, Michigan. 20 years ago, this year, the legendary Hulk Hogan slammed the Giant in Pontiac Silverdome from 93,000 screaming Hulkamaniacs. And before I rattle on, this is my lovely host, co-host, Stonewalled. He is currently searching for a diva application, aren't you?
That's right. Try to get some divas on the show, folks, for some of you single men out there.
Yeah, like Crime Fighter. Before we start bashing, here's our guest, our returning guest, our buddy, Wheels, also New Midwest Timekeeper. Wheels, welcome once again.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
And a special edition of this episode, we have somebody who's cut right down the middle. Somebody who gets in the trenches and puts his body on the line for our entertainment. He usually takes a power driver to our DET. It's our friend Nick the Ref.
I'm glad to be here, fellas. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. Okay, since WrestleMania is coming around, and first, before the actual event happens, we're going to talk a little about the Hall of Fame. This topic is going to be really open contest. Who is your top two choices in the Hall of Fame all time?
Top two choices for Hall of Fame for this year?
Any decade, I'd say.
That's a good question. I would have to say, out of anybody, I'm kind of drawing a blank on everybody who is currently inducted.
Yeah.
But I would have to say, even though he's still sometimes active, Ric Flair, definitely for one. I mean, Ric Flair, they call him the man.
Be the man, you got to beat the man.
Exactly.
Horseman.
Oh, yeah. The four horsemen. How many, he's, 16-time world heavyweight champion? NWA, WCW, WWE.
Yeah.
The guy, he's definitely got to be up there for being inducted.
You know what? I did some research on Ric Flair. All the days he held the titles in all three promotions, the total days comes out to 10 years.
10 years out of, over 20 years?
30.
Over half.
30.
1/3 of his career.
Yeah. 10 years, folks. That's a long time. Long-ass time. Wills, who's your pick?
To be in the Hall of Fame this year or just overall?
This overall.
My two favorite picks, number one has to be Bret Hart. 2006 inductee, and of course, my favorite, Hulk Hogan in 2005.
Two of the greats. I would say almost the Dream Team Tag Team. Stonewall.
I have to agree with Nick. That is a tough decision because there's a lot of wrestlers out there, but my two for this year would have to be the Nature Boy Ric Flair and God rest his peace, Eddie Guerrero.
I got to go out on a limb. My personal number one pick, if I had a pick, would be the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Another one of the horsemen.
Yeah, former TV champion, tag team champion, as with numerous Larry Z, Tully Blanchard,
Brother Ole.
Oh, Ole, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking
part of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, and plus
Chris Benoit.
Benoit is also my number one pick. Benoit is the greatest because he's wrestled all three promotions. He broke Sabu's neck in November '94. He wrestled Kevin Sullivan in the bathrooms. Yes, I had to bring that up.
That was a brutal
People bring
match.
that up, and I still hear Dusty Rhodes in the back of my head. There's a lady in the man, John.
Yeah.
Clash of Champions '97 this January. That was a good one. And the night before, I have on DVD I recorded, is where Kevin Sullivan and Chris Benoit went to the stands and brawled into the men's bathroom. Okay, it wasn't the best point of WCW's career, but what they ever done good, WCW, man, they had some messed up people there, You know what I mean? Okay, recently Undertaker won the Royal Rumble a couple months ago. He eliminated Shawn Michaels. You think Undertaker will stay undefeated at Mania, going into Detroit?
My feeling is at this point he should. This far into his career, with this many wins, he should just, if he does win the title and the rumors are true of him retiring, he should just win the title and then let it go. And they have attorney for it, whatever they want to do. Just have him, say, hey, I did this. I showed I still can. I'm still undefeated, and bow out on top.
Much like Gray Banya. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Him too. Yeah. Sorry, finish your statement.
Probably one or two people who I felt that could have done it probably would have either been Triple H from WrestleMania 17, which was probably one of the highlights of that show, or for a while I felt maybe Orton, but I'm going to go with Jake the Snake on this.
Actually, they wrestled at WrestleMania in Indianapolis, which was Jake Roberts' last match for WWE at the time. Wills, who's your should Taker? Will he win or will he be defeated for the first time ever?
Well, I'm making a guarantee right here on the ringside chat. I guarantee Undertaker will win whatever title he goes for. He will win that title, and whoever he faces is going to lose that night.
Bold statement.
Of course, we got it on tape.
Well,
Also. And we're on air. Be on air. So if you lose, you got to pony up something.
okay. Okay.
Blackmail.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, Stonewall.
Well, to be honest with you, it depends who he's going against. Either the WWE champion John Cena, the world champion Batista from SmackDown, or the ECW champion Bobby Lashley. My opinion is, I like The Undertaker. It's my wife's favorite wrestler, but I don't see him champion material, and I think he's gonna lose at WrestleMania. Then he's gonna quit, retire.
Well, for me, it's like I said, it probably depends who he faces at WrestleMania. First of all, if he faces maybe John Cena, I would like to see him win. If it was like Bobby Lashley, maybe I go for Lashley. So for me, I'm kind of a stalemate for here, because here you got Taker is going to be like the Miami Dolphins of wrestling, going undefeated, but then you got be like maybe you want to see him lose, So maybe overall, I'd like to see him lose. Be honest with you.
I go with you. I'm kind of picking on who would beat him out of the three champions right now. I'd probably say preferably Batista because he's the biggest and would be the most legitimate contender to actually beat him. I mean, they don't call him the Animal for no reason.
It'd be a good match for,
And with John Cena, it would seem more like it was if he actually could pull it off and could beat Undertaker, it seemed like John Cena just would kind of scrape by, because right now he's just been kind of scraping by just against somebody like Umaga. I mean, and I know that one of your previous shows, they were saying he might have been overrated, blah, 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 work rate. Those matches have been really good, old school matches.
Right.
And I think if he did that again, I don't know, either he or Batista will probably do the same thing against Taker at Mania. What they would do if they had Lashley be the one he challenged, I don't know. I'd probably say Taker. But I honestly don't see him going for the ECW title. My guess is he's either going to go for the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship.
Of course, we got him on display here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, personally, I go for Monday Night Raw title. Come on, look at it.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Bling,
shiny.
bling, bling.
Yeah, it's the bling belt that spins. But and I'm just kind of a sucker for the old school belts. The WCW belt.
My opinion about the belts is they should actually drop the spinner belt and have Cena actually lose the belt and bring back the old undisputed title, because that is one of the greatest titles I've ever seen.
Wow.
Plus, I own it.
A bold statement from a guy who's going to guarantee a victory for Taker.
They guarantee
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna guarantee it.
Now, I was kind of thinking of this. I was talking to a local wrestler today, actually just recently, about should WrestleMania be in St. Louis? Because St. Louis have such a great historical history, like Bruiser Brody wrestling at the Chase, Ted DiBiase, Ric Flair wrestled there. It's probably
The Orton family's from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that who is it? Harley Race is just over in the Missouri.
Kansas City,
yeah,
isn't
Kansas
he?
City in the
Kansas
Missouri
City.
area.
Yeah.
The Missouri side of Kansas City. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of wrestling history in Missouri.
Yeah, of course. You know, why not have it maybe at the Scott Trade Center or the TWA Dome? It's the Edward Jones Dome. How stupid me, you know. Wills, should St. Louis get a WrestleMania?
Yeah, because it does have a lot of history, and like Nick said, the Orton family is there. So, hey, if Chicago can have it, why can't St. Louis?
Stonewall.
I agree with Nick here and Wills that they should have it WrestleMania in St. Louis, not only have it because history and all that about the wrestling in St. Louis is, in some people around local areas, seem like it's a lot closer for them to drive to St. Louis than either to Detroit or what have you. And not only that, World Series, the St. Louis Cardinals.
Of course, come on, St. Louis. It's about the city of champions. They won about every title except for the Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
True,
I mean,
true.
if they're going to have this year's WrestleMania in Detroit at Ford Field, why not have it at the Edward Jones Dome?
Yeah.
Because they've had it. I mean, they had it for 19. It was up in Seattle at
The Astrodome.
yeah, the Astrodome for 17, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Houston Astrodome, the Toronto Sky Dome. They've had it in so many domes. Why not?
Edward Jones.
Right.
Yeah.
So Vince
They
McMahon.
have everything else there.
So, Mr. McMahon, I'm sure your little boys in the somewhere is watching this. Bring WrestleMania, whatever, to St. Louis right now. We are demanding it. Sure, you guys laugh, but come on.
Will said so.
Yeah.
He guarantees it.
Yeah. Wills is a bad man off camera.
The bold statement guy right there, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
come on, look at him. Yeah, his sunglasses on, his hair all down.
For his poker face.
Big poker fan, aren't you?
No,
I know,
not
it's really off topic. I know. Okay.
Just use his term.
Okay. If you were a member of the WWE creative team, what dream match would you guys put down on paper?
For any specific card or
Just whatever.
dream match?
We got a slobber knocker going on here, folks.
Yeah, you know what? I would almost have to go with, seeing how he was part of two very good ones in back-to-back months, I'd have to say take a Shawn Michaels from his prime against a Ric Flair of his prime.
So like Shawn Michaels in the early 90s versus Ric Flair in the 80s sort of thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then have them in the triple threat match against, say, I would take, okay, since I'm such a biased and big fan of him, I'd say somebody like maybe Orton or Batista.
Ah, I see.
Have the star of, yesteryear, the star of somebody who's not, from not so long ago, and somebody at today. Have them all go. Of course, it could never happen because, Ric Flair is up in his, almost 60 now.
Yeah.
I think he's
Shawn
in his
Michaels
60s.
is, in his mid to late 40s. Batista is, Batista and Orton are, Batista's late, around his 30s, and
yeah.
Orton's like his mid 20s.
Yeah.
So the age differences make it kind of hard, but I mean, a dream match, those two guys in their specific times of their careers, as a triple threat match I could just see it being as, an awesome, awesome match.
Oh yeah, especially with Shawn Michaels in his prime. For right now, he's balding on national TV.
Hair or no hair, it's just the ability, man.
Yeah, however. Wills?
I say my dream match would have to be. Actually, I'm gonna go one from TNA. There's Kurt Angle
Okay.
and his current form, and Bret Hart before. I mean, in his day, I mean, two great technical wrestlers. I don't know who would win, but that would be a great one to see. And since Bret Hart has said that Kurt Angle is like the best wrestler out there today.
Wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make that clear for some people, Hey, people are a little bit okay? So,
Oh boy. I would have to say Cena and Sting.
okay.
But
But,
if you that's my dream match, but if you want to talk about another thing like a prior
or whatever.
dream match or whatever, would have to be Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero.
Oh,
The feud they had between Dominic
Oh, yeah.
and, I mean, just back and forth, like it was going to never, never end.
me personally, I would like to see Dusty Rhodes. I know he'd been on WrestleMania 6 in that mixed tag, but I would like to see Dusty Rhodes in a singles, like a Texas bull rope death match against maybe him and Ric Flair tagged together against maybe the Orton clan.
Cowboy Bob.
Cowboy
And Randy.
Yeah, Bob.
Father
Orton.
and son.
Father
More
and
like Dusty, father and son, the Rhodes
Oh yeah,
versus
of course.
Dusty and Dustin.
Or
the
what
Rhodes
about,
versus the Ortons
or what about this?
or Flairs.
How about throw this on the table? A three-way tag team match involving the Rhodes, the Ortons, and the Flairs. David Flair.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you guys had a little bit of blank look.
No, I knew. Yeah, I knew. Yeah.
Yeah, we all remember David Flair. Yeah.
Try not to sometimes. But
Yeah.
Exactly.
We try not to because he's a
That's
one.
besides the
Doesn't
point.
follow after his father.
Yeah.
No talent wonder.
Not at all.
Yeah. Too bad he's doing the independent circuits right now. What is your favorite WrestleMania match of all time?
Ooh, toughest question yet.
Wow.
You know what? That's probably gonna be a toss-up between WrestleMania 20 of Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle and WrestleMania 19, the previous year, of again Shawn Michaels, only against Chris Jericho.
Okay, Wills.
I'm probably gonna have to go old school. WrestleMania 3 in Detroit. Savage Steamboat Intercontinental title. Best match ever.
Great, also, great feud. Stonewall,
Yes.
real quick.
I'll have to say HBK and WrestleMania 19.
Oh, Michaels Jericho.
Jericho.
Yeah, Michaels and Jericho. That was a good feud there. Very good match.
Of course, I may have to go with WrestleMania 12, the Iron Man match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, that was a classic.
That match was so slow though. I mean,
Well, it's an Iron Man match. It's 1 hour.
but
you know?
still.
Yeah. Still, I would like to saw Bret Hart win, but that's what backdoor politics is all about. I mean,
Well, I don't know about that.
well, some people,
Well, you can thank Gorilla Monsoon for that.
yeah. Of course, he was a good wrestler, but he was a good mic man.
Yeah.
So, and turning to a different subject altogether, guys. Actually, we got something special tonight on Ringside Chat. Anybody who's been to a local show, New Midwest Wrestling, and haven't done this actually in a long time, haven't we?
No, we haven't.
We do stuff before the show outside the event. My buddy Stonewall has better chops than Ric Flair.
Whoa!
So we got our stunt Crumbone from Decatur or wherever he's from. He's probably from Chicago.
Unknown, I guess, from where he's
Yeah.
telling me in the green room.
Yeah, he's lacing up right now. His name is Toothpick. Yes, folks, his name is Toothpick.
What type of name you call that, Dirt? Toothpick, if he's an unknown wrestler.
I bet he's a jobber.
Well, he's a skinny guy, so the toothpick works.
Yeah. So, jobber? I mean...
Come on in, Toothpick.
Yeah, come on. Jobber, Toothpick.
Where does he stand?
I think he's just standing between...
Come back here,
you and Nick.
Toothpick.
I got a front row for this.
Yeah. Now, Toothpick, you have several flashes of this before, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Stonewall, show what your punishment's all about.
All right. Let me get up here, ladies and gentlemen.
Move that chair a little.
This is basically what Ric Flair does in WWE, the chops, what have you, or whatever you want to call it.
Which, by the way, we want to first say we don't recommend this, but
Yeah.
he
Don't
is
try this at home.
somewhat of a professional of this. But
Okay.
Stonewall, go ahead.
This is basically just a normal, actual chop across the chest. All right? Basically, you stand like about in this position or what have you, and you just haul back and just like that, ladies and gentlemen. That
Now-
is considered a chop.
Of course, if we were outside, it had more a good echo since it's really cold
Right.
out.
Normally, I would chop Toothpick with my right hand, but since we're limited in space,
Yeah.
I had to use my left hand.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Toothpick.
Go back to Decatur, wherever you're from. Quick plug the email site if any wrestling promotion wants to be on Ringside Chat. It's www.wrestlingrsc@yahoo.com. We got MySpace pick, MySpace areas. Nick, what's yours?
You can just find me at MySpace. Just look me up. You can actually look me up. You can find me through the friends list of New Midwest Wrestling, because they're at MySpace. They also have their own website, newmidwest.com. I didn't exactly pick an actual MySpace
Name.
Yeah.
Okay.
The little website addresses,
Alright.
but you can find me on there. Just look up.
Of course, we're all connected.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say real quick?
Not really, but make sure you come and check out your local wrestling federation in Springfield. It's usually every month, usually the first week of every month. Go to their website for more ticket information for it.
Yep. And of course, thank you for watching Ringside Chat here on Channel 4. I want to thank everybody who's done this so far. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you to our guests who's been on here, and I really want to thank them. And the deepest part of the cockles of my region of my heart. I know, big words. I was listening to Dennis later.
And also thank our special guest from the unknown, wherever he's from,
Yeah.
Toothpick.
Yeah. He's from Douglasville, I heard. Yeah.
Somewhere, anywhere.
Okay. Ringside Chat, Dirt, Stonewall, Nick.
I'm on my way.